Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Eastbound100 here, and this is going to be a little review video on the Super Street Fighter 4 Fight Pad. Alright, first of all, this controller is made by Mad Catz, and this was made for the sole purpose of playing fighting games, such as Super Street Fighter 4, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, HD Remix, you know, and other games like BlazBlue and etc. First of all, the first thing I really looked at with this controller is the D-pad, because in fighting games you need a good D-pad in order to have the best experience. And this D-pad on this controller, I must say, is really good. It's one of the best I've ever seen on a controller and used. And the reason is because unlike the Xbox 360 D-pad, which was poorly made and it was a really bad design, this is a pretty good design. It's very responsive, and when I press a button, like the direction. The character goes in the direction I press. With an Xbox 360 controller, it doesn't do that. So half the times it'll go in a totally different direction. Now, I never understood why, but this is a very good D-pad on this fight pad. Also, the buttons, you got all your buttons here: start, back, guide button. If you have the PS3, it'd be a home symbol. You got your turbo button here. This lights up when you have turbo on. Turbo. You got your A, X, B, Y, you got all your buttons, normal buttons that would be on your normal controller. Well, the buttons input, the button input. When I put an input in, it comes out immediately. There's no lags, no issues. Not lag, but there's no delay. Like if I press A, it's a light kick, comes out. X, heavy punch, whatever, it comes out. What else? It's cheap. It's like you can get these off Amazon for like $20 now. I guess that's because there's more fight sticks coming out and stuff. But yeah, you can get for like 20, around like that $25 to $30 range. People are selling them for pretty cheap now. Before it was like a little they sold it for $40, but now prices have gone down on all of them. I got T-Hawk on this one. There's like other ones such as Ken, Ryu, Chun-Li. I didn't get any of those because everybody gets those. So I was like, you know what? Let me get T-Hawk instead. Got this off Amazon. I got this one actually for $27. It was really cheap. I mean, I was really surprised that I got this for $27. So I was like, damn. And there was actually other ones cheaper, but I didn't like the design, so I just went to go with T-Hawk. And I kind of like got the hawk right there. Super Street Fighter 4. T-Hawk right here, it's a nice design, it's a nice controller. It's wired. The Xbox 360 version is wired. I got an Xbox over there. Well, what else can I say about this controller? Well, let me show you, compare it to the old D-pad, the Xbox 360 D-pad. You see this right here, like it'll go in different directions. Like I'd press, that forward, it sometimes won't move or go back. It's just very random and it's not reliable at all. And this is the Afterglow controller, by the way. But yeah, it's not reliable at all. It's not something I would want to use in a fighting game, or actually games in general. So that's why I bought this. And it kind of reminds me of the Genesis controller back in the day when you used to play Sonic, Street Fighter, play Mortal Kombat on back in the day. When you used to just play those games. It looks kind of exactly like it a little bit, like except that like the controller, this right here wouldn't be here, kind of. Well, let me just show you how fast these the buttons, the inputs respond, because I got Street Fighter HD Remix running right now, and I could just show you how fast it runs. I'm Cammy. It's very quick. Alright, hold on. As you can see, it's very responsive. It's like as soon as I put the button in, the input, it comes out, which is what I really like. I think all controller makers should do that, not just for fighting games, but games in general. I think they should, take a page out of Mad Catz book. And again, Mad Catz made this controller, and Mad Catz has been known for making horrible controllers. I've had a couple PS2, GameCube controllers that just were awful, garbage. Like, they broke, and no lie, like in the course of 2 weeks, just because of how poorly made they were and the parts that they used. But this controller right here, I'm not gonna lie, This has to be one of the best Mad Catz controllers I've ever used, to tell you the truth. And you usually can't say good controller and Mad Catz in the same sentence, but you know, they did a good job. Hats off to Mad Catz. They really did a good job with this controller. Probably pick one of these up at GameStop for $40 though, but again, you can probably get it off Amazon for cheaper, like around that $25 to $30 range. Very cheap, very cheap. And I'm telling you right now, it's worth the buy. This controller is worth the buy. If you're a fighting game fan of any fighting game, it's just, I guarantee you, you're not gonna be disappointed with this purchase, because you know, if you don't want to buy that fight stick that costs, you know, $100, well then go pick one of these up. It's cheaper, and you're not really gonna be missing out on. Well, you're gonna be missing out on the classic arcade style of fighting games, but you're still gonna be able to be competitive and still be able, you know, not be able to get your butt kicked while using this crappy ass D-pad. But you know, you'll still be in the games. You'll still be, you know, in contention. You'll still be competitive. Because you cannot be competitive with with a controller like this, with a D-pad like this for fighting games. I don't like using the analog sticks, to tell you the truth. I really don't like them. But yeah, definitely, it's a good buy. You will not be disappointed, and it's a cheaper way. It's cheaper if you don't want to buy a $100 fight stick. You know, go pick up a fight pad. It's pretty cheap. And oh yeah, Zangief actually, Zangief, you know, is a Street Fighter 4 Pro. He plays with a fight pad, I heard. And you all know how good Zangief is. You know how good he is. And also, I don't know if y'all remember, but I think at EVO, Justin Wong got beat by a guy using a fight pad. So don't think you're gonna be like, you're not gonna be able to compete with those guys with fight sticks and stuff. No, that's not even the case. You'll be able to compete, and you'll probably be able to beat half of those guys if you got the skills using a fight pad. So, but yeah, that's like really it. You know, it's a good buy. All I can say, all in all, I have to give this. I'd rate this like a 4 out of 5. It's pretty good. Mad Catz did a really good job with making this controller, and it's a good controller. It's a good fight. It's a good thing to buy if you don't want to get a expensive fight stick. All in all, it's a good buy. You will not be disappointed. I recommend, if you're into fighting games and you don't use a fight stick and you don't want to pay for it, go pick up a fight pad. You definitely won't be disappointed. But that's basically it. This is Eastmon 100 here, and I'm signing off. So rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll check you guys later.